Usually after childbirth, we like to hear the cry of babies in the household. This, however, comes at a cost to the psychology and bodies of our wives, sisters, mothers, and friends. They like to maintain the body just as it was pre-childbirth. Once we are born, we will grow. Aging is inevitable. However, this comes with changes, many of which are undesirable. Notable of these is dementia, a disease that affects the memory. To crown it all, we'll take a trip to Nkawkaw to visit a little angel to see how she's doing after surgery. This is Vodafone Healthline Spin-off Edition.
To data ebony day *700#
BOY boy. Taxi. Ama is going home. Further together.
You can be part of a greater data world of endless possibilities on Vodafone. With the best value and amazing data offers and services in Ghana, you can now dream bigger, explore wider, go further, get more for less with Vodafone data.
We can do anything we put our mind to.
Vodafone. Further together.
Let's remind ourselves concerning what we said about women tying their midsection after childbirth. Myth or fact? Yenkete.
You see how she got that instant Coca-Cola shape?
Coca-Cola shape. Instant Coca-Cola shape.
Does it really make our tummies flat? Am I a funu? A trat side for plates nana? And I say boy kakrabi, but and all the way.
When you wear the postpartum belt and you wear a fitting dress, your tummy is flat, right? Yes. So instantaneously it looks flat.
Okay.
But when you take off the belt, what happens? Okay. So I mean, for me, I think that's the answer we have right there. In the first week, there's like something hanging all over there, and that's what most people are concerned about. This is a age-old tradition.
Yes,
it's been since, and it's consistent in various traditions. It's in Africa, too. Yes, all over. When you say flat tummy, I mean instantaneously it looks flat. Does it ultimately make your tummy flat? I don't think so.
There's no real scientific evidence to show that it does that. But when you tie your tummy after delivery, it helps to maintain tone of the muscles. It helps to burn fat, and it pushes the internal organs inwards. When you do the tummy thing now, inadvertently your muscles are they're contracted because they are pushed back in. So when you do that after a while, the muscles get toned that way. They're not likely to be lax. Yeah, and you instantaneous picture and the same can be any problem. Can you sort it away? And remember no move for Duano. Almost to be one motivation be anyhow. After a pot belly is a sign of prosperity. Typically, what is going to happen is that when you give after delivery and you give yourself time, the body is going to, the muscles, the ligaments are all going to contract. I've encouraged them
to tie their stomach. That's just for the record. But as to whether I can scientifically prove that it would work, no.
Yes, there is always some method to the madness. That's what I always say.
To keep the abdominal muscles tense and tight, you need to do regulated exercises. You need to do, you need to graduate the exercises slowly. Yes, after delivery, after a while, the body is going to sort of resume to a certain amount of normalcy. So that conscious effort to exercise, do some little bit of work on the core, the torso. Work on the core.
Yeah.
You know how to control it, graduate.
So last time about core.
So you work on that, and slowly, as you work on the muscles in your firm, it's most likely going to result in a flat tummy. To all our beautiful women who bravely go through labor to bless our homes with children, we appreciate you. Be gentle with yourselves. In time, your pre-pregnancy form will return. Of course, with a little self-discipline. Up next, we have Dr. Salamatu talk to us about dementia and some problems of aging.
Aging can be one of the most challenging times in the human cycle. I mean, all of us will age one way or the other unless God calls you first. But what happens during that time? How do we manage ourselves? And then we don't. Well, we have a beautiful lady here, Dr. Salamatu Nantongma from Achimota Hospital, to help us understand this and more, and how we can age gracefully.
Yeah.
Welcome to Vodafone Healthline.
Thank you.
Doctor, since your name is a mouthful, both of us have agreed. If you don't understand that grammar, it's personal. We call her Dr. Salah.
Exactly.
Actually, most of you know her that way, isn't it? Dr. Salah, so aging is a natural process. I mean, there's this thing in Akan, you can say, meaning that they have something, wisdom or something that comes with it.
Well, I mean, generally, I always say that with aging, they will say aging is the process, to make it very easy, that converts a younger adult into an older adult. When the body is gradually declining. And most people will talk about the fact that sometimes you don't know you have started aging at the time you start aging. Because everybody grows from the day you are born. And everything you go from the stage of sitting to crawling to walking, and you grow in height, you grow in strength. Then you get to the age of 35.
Okay.
You plateau and you start declining. So really you start aging by the age of 35.
Does it depend on the gender? And I say, you're about 35.
At 35, you plateau and start declining. And then it comes with all the challenges that come with you losing cells, losing the strength in your muscles and all that. And that is when you have all the symptoms and all the things that come with aging. So when you are aging, the reality is that you can have any disease that younger people have.
Okay.
Because you're a human being, let me put it that way. But there are some problems with aging that are peculiar to aging, and that affect your quality of life.
A bit to
say, like, okay, say memory problems. So a bit to say dementia, dementia as in a whole.
Okay.
A bit to say immobility.
Okay.
So to mean Nancy for one reason or the other.
Okay.
Instability. Muscles and also sometimes they become very they reduce in size, they become weaker, and it also makes you age. Issues of incontinence. Incontinence say when say number two so to me see. So those ones now who say as you always those ones actually can affect how you live or live in society or be able to socialize. Then the major issue of loneliness and depression sets in because they cannot actually move out and be able to socialize as they should.
I want to talk about prevention right now. Those who have not hit 35 yet, those who have not hit 35 yet, you still have time. What can they do to make this aging process and the things you're talking about better.
So it's more of actually making sure that you have good lifestyle practices.
Even now.
Even now.
Because you are young, so you can do whatever you want.
So when change the say when the 50 and I will say whatever starting exercise, you get it. You have to make sure that your weight, your BMI, your BMI, that is your weight over your height, okay, squared. When anytime you divide it, it should be 30 and below throughout your life. You should make sure that your whole life you shouldn't smoke. What we do, what kinds of food do we eat? Fruits and vegetables are very important as part of our meals. Sometimes prevention, mainly 0 smoking, 5 portions of fruits and vegetables. You do some 10 minutes meditation all the time. Every day, you should be able to have at least 150 minutes of exercise in a week.
Okay.
So depending on how you divide it and decide to make sure that you live up to it, it's up to you. People do it in different ways, you know, and make sure that your BMI is below 30 throughout your life. Yeah. I think generally, if we talk about science, it doesn't really matter. The number of times you have sex does not determine how well you age. In fact, there are even studies to show that it actually helps them
Dr. Sarah.
with the frequency, and all that.
Yeah,
so the thing is, if you are already aged or you are already there, depending on what your challenges are, I always say that you cannot be you cannot even be 50 and say, I've never visited the hospital before, I've never visited it is not a trophy. You need to know your state at every point in time. It's like, say, what car?
One phone call service.
You cannot expect that every time will come one of the days.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
So we do some age there. When the doctor there and as when the hospital there, more than a friends and partners in this journey. So it's important that you have frequent reviews so that at least you know where you are. When you baby hour, you know what things to put in place. For a lot of older people who are probably at the age of 70, they have an average of 3 chronic illnesses. So let's say 3 chronic maybe arthritis, hypertension, or diabetes, and I say dementia be starting and all that. And you have to keep active.
So even at the old age,
you have to keep active, both your brain and your physical. Exactly, walking, it helps.
Okay.
No amount of exercise is too small. It's important for you to keep socializing even as you age, because depression and mental health issues also are very, very high in the older adults. Because your brain is stagnant. What are you doing? You only think about your time of sleep and your time of feeding. And caregivers for older adults is a special calling, I always say. Especially with the question you asked, say, Nkawkaw or dementia. You really have to be able, especially when it happens, it has to be a family decision. And you have to sit down and talk about it and decide, say, how are we going to take care of mommy or daddy? Because it is not a disease we can treat, at least not now.
Okay. Or any cure, basically.
It's progressive. So, Samoka say, oh, sister, D, and I say, it is not for 1 week, it is not for a month.
It's for till the person passes on. Or
so
the person you change the care person.
So what happens to that person's visions? What happens to the person's dreams? So it's something that you really have to sit down to think about and then see how you can actually manage.
Perhaps I'll say that then those nursing homes and things coming up these days in Accra, I don't know about other parts of the country, trying to help families take care of older ones could be a blessing, right, Dr. Salah?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
After old age, dear, you can't even that.
Exactly.
You can't even that. But thank you so much for spending time with us.
Too.
To understand briefly how we can age gracefully. And one more mom, and chair, and you can say, and catchy. Yes, my tree. And catchy. And I'm Thank you for coming on Vodafone Healthline.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back.
Sugar and
Epeleto data ebony day *700#.
BOY boy.
Taxi.
Amma is going home. Further together.
Afedie, musu betumi nya kwanya sronko a ye nije ye power Vodafone so. Ye the data bundles are any seso Ghana ha bro. Ye more dan so, ye ni daso nyina bem. Enti baka ye ho, nya data mo ani je power bebre.
We can do anything we put our mind to.
Vodafone, further together.
What woman nanen sent today yenina yensa. Let's recap the story of a little girl called Precious, who was born with deformities of her fingers.
Efremi, oba pani Mary Ofuruwa. Menana ni akosia safua. Emra ni maame nyim no na fine.
Menyim ne 9 months. Me wo ne bae na ne nsane ne nan. Yare aba ho.
Me wira ho papa.
Doctor na chuno date me say emfa kokofodua ne ewe no mu betimi aye.
Eye St Joseph o kofodua.
Na scan ni wenti ne esese ye nna ye saba fi.
Enti ya ba fie. Enti achiri. Me hu sakwara no onyi. Ise wanyi. Enti ese me yeden. Me ma aboafo bam. Ne won be boa me. Se be akwara ne tima ku school. Aboafo adawroma. Enti edi kan ade ne koye. E koye no ene won start ye ne nan no. Enti doctor for no ehye ni POP. Wosome edu. Ansa ne nan no etimi asisi fom. Ene won ema me dabi. Ese me nsa mfa ne mra ne enye ne nsa no. Ni me diska. Ska na sa.
Sene ne nsa na ye no. Ontimi mfa fa de. Ontimi mfa nye hye.
Me de aduane hye ne nsa etimi free top. Enti na ai ehye ma werehwo. Ehye ma tetiye.
Nyama kosku.
Sani na bi jamu akoso. Pati.
Senkwala ekosku. Na se me ba ne nka ho. Eye ha mpa.
Etomri bi ni mi hu mi nana no a. Na mi hu won ne eye pe. Ni woni ko school no a na mi nana nso enyansa wo de be kɔ no. Na mi wira ho papa.
Woda fufu ne ba ye no. Matesi omo ba ye me ba ne nsa maninti. Mete sa ne sa ye me de pa.
Mete ye no. Madwindwin nyina magyae. Eda wona se.
Da me wakache woda fufu ne se. Me do ma se pa.
Mpa ya me bɔ ne se na wona gina machi no. Ye kɔ ya kwala ne nsa no a ebe ye yi. Asidanka nyame.
Vodafone Healthline team in Kestra Precious Wanifie. We are in Nkawkaw a farming community 20 minutes off Nkawkaw, to visit Precious 6 months after the release of her fingers. Sister and Tisia, a poem to sing.
They say, "Name admin to be a come."
Now, a year Precious operation. How many months?
6 months.
6 months. Okay. Now, Mukoyo operation by we see and send to me you soon, Sanana. It's me you soon, Sanna, the idea.
I said, "Oh, to me, the baby."
To me, the once the first answer be operation, yes, what did you share in Sa, not theatre? Once an area was there not to me, or not to me, the Diana.
I made the man and quander on what to me dinner day.
On what to me dinner day. I was starting school.
Debbie.
I didn't.
Like, doctor, they say I shall be say any surgery and finding co school.
Okay, okay. I know a doctor Nikasa doctor and Safo. Answer, I know more come on chair said, or best I should be. I shall own say and son so moo ye and son, or moo ye at the same time. We and the son, maybe a number janel corn son. I ye would cry if you hope. It's ye anything, Kitty, Yama and Sana Daddy. Fingers near Daddy, who say, Wainy, into a best I should be. I shall say, a dear, say a sign. A year become one. But still, name so good to me now to school. In Brennan Swan, not ever fanako. Why?
You.
Na on enough for a good DNA, so this would say.
Oh, a great DNA there come and answer, or who so be she squatter and not or soon as say I know because school be.
You see, the school they were ready. In Sana, fine. It's me so there. By with so many sending ding. Castle so many sending ding. She said, in Sana, I think said be are you okay? If even you be here say be any further intervention and operation, and yes, see us, what I say a man's and Nkawkaw. Now, Doctor Anderson should be much say a deal so or sign be a fan who be man. As he said, the same iron, Utumusu adim, Utumdi do to you be anti. May encourage him some more day, and I'm funding school beer, more funding. Why?
You, that's it.
Precious, be a un seminary shade. See, I wish me be a un sen. Than see. Yaminsa. Ding. It to me, Yaminsa. Hey, Precious, why do you? Anyways, a dynamiasi. See, I need the answer functionality and said, you answer to me, that you saw dim, a dear father. Functionality necessary madam, it's really good. So unsema who say na problem be a once. Right. Sisi asembe na wo catch Vodafone for.
Sisi me catch up say me da masi. Nyankopon nhira baby omuyi scan free bia. Nyankopon enhya ho enfamo. Sisi me ba no watimi aso adiem. They say, Minsu, Mahu say, or my boy, me pan, it's me down massive.
There we have it. The family of Precious is happy for the assistance they've received. I pray that whatever condition you have, hopefully, the Healthline train catches you. Why in your mini pair? Yenina yebenyin. Yebehia ubi nombwa. I mean, hopefully we'll all grow to a ripe old age. My advice, be kind to the elderly. Offer them a helping hand when you can. And together, we'll make the world a beautiful place. Till we meet again next week, stay safe and stay healthy.